Okay, good morning. Today we will go on with what we started last time. Last time we provided you with two definitions. One of them was BDM and the second was? Okay, today we are going to study the third, which is called CRM. So CRM, it is a comprehensive set. Comprehensive set of what? Of processes. These processes will be founded, or they will be dependent on technologies for managing relationship with potential and current customers and other business partners. Therefore, if we are going to go once again to the word which is called the processes, we would like to analyze them. How we are going to analyze them? Look at here. If we would like to establish a successful CRM, this means we are going to need something called personal information. This personal information, it will include, number one, names of the customers. B, it will include addresses of the customers. C, it will include cell phones, number, telephone, emails, and etc. Do we need other information? Yes, we need. This information also, it will include problems of the customers. With the word problems here, be careful. It is substitutive with the word needs. Exactly. According to these needs or problems, we can derive the suitable product or services which we are going to offer for our own customers. Exactly. So all these can be packaged in one word, which is called, look, information and knowledge. Let's ask ourselves about other processes. So if you are going to collect information and knowledge, we need to save them, we need to store them, we need to classify them. Do you think we are going to classify all these or this big huge of information or data on papers or according to manual ways? Of course not. We need computers. We need databases. We need cell phones to call them. We need faxes. We need tills, and so on. So let's package these items under the word what? Exactly, technology. Now, let's now have a look from above on these two components. The people who are going to collect information and the people who are going to make market segmentation, all those people, do you think we are going to deal with one person who is going to make all these actions and duties? Of course not. So we need a third component, which is called teamwork. With the teamwork, it refers to members of the team. Each member has his own or her own responsibilities and duties. Well, this is called what? People. So let's summarize. So a successful CRM efforts depends on a combination of people, processes, technology, knowledge, and information. So what we draw here is just a reflection for the terminology which is referring to CRM. This is very important. Now, let's go on to the processes. Customer relationship management of sub-processes. These sub-processes, they will begin by something called identifying high-value prospects. Well, as we said, what's the meaning of the word prospects? Exactly. Second, we are going to learn about the product. So now, we know the potential consumer. And then, those consumers, they have need. These needs can be satisfied by suitable product. According to this product, we are going to advertise and promote it. We are going to advertise and promote it. After that, we would like to execute sales programs. Later on, we would like to execute customer service program. Well, as we said before, the customer service program, it refers to any complaints or problems that might be encountered by our own customers. Later on, we are going to develop customer contact information system. Well, this system might be databases about personal information regarding our own customer. Later on, we are going to manage customer contact teams. When and how we should contact them. When and how we should contact them. Finally, we would like to increase the trust and the customer loyalty, and we will conclude by cross-selling and upselling of offerings. So these are the sub-processes of customer relationship management. One final word. Remember, I'm not going to ask you in the midterm exam about the sub-processes. I'm not going to check your memory. Our questions are going to be founded on an understanding and analysis. Clear? Yes. Okay, move on. Now let's talk about the 3 steps which are required to leverage CRM. These 3 steps, it begins with something called, look at here, shareholder value driver of cash flow and economic value added. Added. This word is added. EVA. Now, step number 1 is founded on one ideology, is founded on one thought. Or this thought is the following. Look at her. It is founded on one thought. This ideology is saying all the time we have to look at our own shareholder. The shareholders here, we are referring, or it refers to the word customers. The customers here, we are looking or we are viewing them as assets. What's the meaning of assets? Okay, English. Company owning, like capital, equipment, buildings, land, and so on. Now let's ask ourselves this question. Do you think companies or any sales agency can work or function without dependent or without using these things?
No.
Technology, machines, equipments, lands, buildings? No. The same thing here. Sales agency must look at the customer as if they are assets. Which means, if this asset is lost, sales agency will break down. Okay? This is very important. So the customer, who is the shareholder, must be viewed as assets by any sales agency. Now, step number 1, if you are going to talk about the assets, this means we are going to have one major task here. What is this task? We would like to expand, read, the base of customer or customers. This is our goal and this is our major function or major task. If the base is expanded, this means sales volume will increase. If the sales volume increased, our profit will increase as well. This is step number 2. We are going to talk about this later on. Yes. So let's sum up. Therefore, customers viewed as assets. No business company, either it is sales or non-sales, can function or work without these assets. Second, CRM's task to increase shareholders' value by leveraging customer base. We would like to expand it. We would like to reinforce this base. Also, the market value of the company is the sum of all current and future customers. Cash flow. Finally, providing customized solution. Well, as we said, what's the meaning of customized solution? Exactly, suitable products in marketing, sales, and customer service. Continue. If we are done with step number 1, we are going to begin with the step number 2, which is profit. The profit cannot be maintained without leveraging or expanding the base of the customer. Step number 2, it says we have to improve the profitability of customers seen as a driver of business profit. Also, the focus on the customer selection. Well, let's focus on the word customer selection. The customer here, they are belonging to different backgrounds. And how we are going to classify them? We can classify them according to various factors or variables. Well, let's talk about this. Number 1, a customer may be classified according to their own level of income. Sometimes they might be classified according to the family size. Sometimes they are going to be classified according to their location, where they are living, or something which is called residency. Also, sometimes they are going to be classified according to something called marital status. Also, sometimes they are classified according to their own age, and so on, and so on. These are some of the principles by which we can classify the customers. Yes. Now, let's give example. Let's talk about the final one. If you are going to say, how can we describe the Palestinian people? We can describe the Palestinian people, I mean regarding the age. Exactly. Palestinian people are classified to be young people. Somebody is going to say, you are not saying something new. No, we are saying something new. For example, if you are going to compare the Palestinian age, the average of the Palestinian age, along with the average of the German age, the German community is classified to be old. With the Japanese is the same. Yes. They are old also. Now, somebody is going to say, so, what we are going to do as a sales agency, if we know that the Palestinian, or the average of the Palestinian age, is classified to be a young, this means our products, which we might think to sell, must match with the needs of the young. This is one thing. A second thing, if we are going to talk about level of income, the level of income in Palestinian community, the average is 2,000 new Israeli shekel. Is this a very high level of income? No. It isn't a very high level of income. It isn't a very high level of income. Therefore, if you are having a sales agency, do you think it is suitable, for example, to propose or to open a car agency which is going to sell Mercedes-Benz cars? No, of course. Model 2013? No. Why? Because this isn't matching the average of the level of income. The same thing when we are talking about the family size. Generally, Palestinian people, they are having big family size. Therefore, their consumption, especially the consuming goods, is going to be huge or bigger than the other families in the other communities. Third, residency. Is residency influencing the decision of purchasing and selling? Yes. For example, in Gaza City, we are having a stereotype, or this stereotype is saying the people who is going to live in Rimal area, they are going to have a better level or standard of income and living. Therefore, if you are going to weigh or compare the cost of the products in this area, it is going to be more expensive than the cost of the same product in other areas, like Nusayrat refugee camp, or Maghazi, or Rafah. Yes? Also, if we would like to compare the areas within Gaza City, we can say that the cheapest market in Gaza City is a market which is called Zawiya market. I think you know it. It is full of cheap products and goods. But the same product, if you are going to buy it from other areas in Gaza, it is going to be more expensive. So we are giving you realistic examples from our real life. Therefore, these factors, we should use them in order to classify our own customer and to select them. This is very important. Okay? By this way, we are going to begin organizing and identifying the driver of our own business. Here, the author of our textbook, they are providing us with an example about the British Telecom company. They are saying currently they are dependent on new techniques of communicating with customers based on telemarketing and internet. Why? Because they would like to minimize the cost of contacting customer. Or they would like to minimize face-to-face selling. Or this face-to-face selling, what did we say about it last time? It is the most expensive tool of selling. Why? Because it is dependent on staff members, monthly salaries, bonuses, insurances, and so on, training, etc. Therefore, they would like to minimize the dependence on face-to-face selling. By this way, they are going to contribute to the increased level of profit more than the cost. But what is the third step? The third step is sales driver of revenue. With this sales driver of revenue, it means CRM viewed as a tool. A tool for what? To achieve bigger customer share through cross-selling, upselling, finding a new solution to customer that could be packaged as new offerings. Focused here. A new solution. We are going to give examples now about the new solution. Remember, a new solution here, as Fatin said, is suitable products for problems and troubles and needs that might be encountered by customers or people. So these are briefly the major 3 steps by which we can upgrade or leverage the CRM. Any question, any comments about this? Any question? Let's go to another topic which is very important also. If we are going, or if somebody is going to ask you, how many types of sales or how many types of sales do we have? How many types of sales? Mainly 3. Haneen, what are they?
Product and solution value.
Exactly. Product, this is number 1. With second, which Haneen talked about, solution. With third, value. طب Haneen, would you mind to talk about the product sales?
Product sales is a type of sales or structure or policy of sales that depend on the product or differentiate the product. They depend mainly on the product and its characteristics to satisfy the customer's needs.
Can you give us example about the products or services that can be classified to be product sales? For example, vegetables, meat, clothes, cell phones, chairs. All these are classified to be what? Product sales. Be careful here. The product sales, they are consuming or consumed products. When we are saying the word consumed, this means individuals cannot live without them. Exactly, basic needs. Like the pens which you are writing with, like the papers which you are writing on, like the bags which you are carrying, like the clothes which we are covering our bodies, and so on, like the food and the drinks. Can we survive without them? We cannot. This means they are product sales. Okay? Now, the product sales, we would like to compare it regarding these variables. Let's begin with something called sales argument. The word sales argument here, it means sales thought. Thought or idea. So the sales idea behind the product sales means we are going to look for the best product. Let's give example. But before giving example, let's talk about all of them. Number 2, we are talking about a profile of sales. The characteristic of the seller, he or she must be product expert. In other words, the seller knows everything about the product which he is selling. Regarding the customer contacts, narrow space. In other words, sales companies will say, we do not know or we do not need to widen our contacts with the customer. Why?
Because the customer needs this.
Exactly. Excellent. Because they are consumed products. Which means we are going to buy something today, but tomorrow we are going to rebuy it once again.
Yes.
On the third day we are going to rebuy it once again. Therefore, they are consumed products. Customers need them regularly and continuously. Therefore, we are not going to beg the customers to come and to buy from us. Their need will force them to come and to buy from our own products. Therefore, the space of the contacts is classified to be narrow. The final or the fourth thing, offering, we are referring to best products with competitive prices. All the time we are looking for quality along with cost or the price of the product. Or finally, the success factors of product excellence and cost leadership, as we said. Look at here. If you are going to buy a cell phone, we are going to enter any store in Gaza. You are going to find various products of cell phones. The one and the most famous one is Nokia, Samsung, Apple, etc. Generally, we have an idea which is saying Nokia products are classified to be a very good product, which is having a high standards of quality, along with a reasonable price. Samsung, they are excellent, but their price is still now, especially if we are talking about Galaxy Samsung, it's expensive. It is more than 2,000 in Israeli shekel. Before a while, what did we say? The average income is 20,000. Or sorry, 2,000 in Israeli shekel. And the Apple also is very expensive. Therefore, the choice is going to fall on Nokia. It is affordable, but at the same time, it has a standards of quality. Now, all the time, remember, whenever we are going to ask about Nokia, the seller, he is classified to be expert. He is going or she is going to tell you the specification of this cell phone, and also she is going or she is able to answer any question that might be raised by you regarding the price, specification, maintenance, insurance, and so on. So all these are examples of product sales, which is the widest. Where? In Gaza market. Which is the widest. Now, are we talking about another sales? Yes. Let's talk about something called solution sales. The solution sales, sometimes it is going to be for individuals and sometimes for organizations. Now, the solution sales, here we are talking about a problem. Therefore, generally in the language, whenever we are going to write this word down, solution, this means we have to write another word before it, which is, before a while, we said the problem can be rewritten through the word need. Let's give example. Now, in 2006, Israeli occupation decided to bombard the first electricity generating station in Gaza. Well, since this bombarding accidents, Gaza was suffering from shortage of electricity. Until now we are suffering. Now we are at the end of 2012. Now, after this accident, people who are the customer, they began to suffer from shortage of electricity. Now, sales agencies began to think how we are going to overcome this problem. They offered this word. Exactly. Therefore, beyond or in 2007 up to now, we began seeing in the Gazan streets and the Gazan markets a big dependence on a product which is called generators. But before 2006, we didn't see even one generator. Why? Because the problem wasn't witnessed before this date. But after 2006, we began encountering this problem. The same thing here. Whenever we are going to talk about, for example, ACs, air conditioners. This year in Gaza market, when in spite of the shortage of electricity, the AC sales increased with about more than 30%. Well, somebody is going to wonder why. Because of the unbearable weather of summer. Our summer was very, very hot. Is this a problem? It's a problem. Encountered by whom? Customer or people. So what is the solution? To go and to run and to buy AC. Even though we are suffering from electricity shortage. Now, regarding the ACs, or regarding the generators, let's now ask. The generator here, if you are going to talk about various versions of this product, are they available? Yes. The majority are Chinese.
Yes.
Others, sometimes you are going to find the British, sometimes German, etc. Chinese, they are cheap, but their quality is very low. Now, if you are going to talk about the ACs, look at here. Some of the ACs, they are consuming too much electricity. Other ACs, they are installed or manufactured in order to consume the latest amount of electricity, like Samsung. Now look at here. If you are going to buy, for example, AC Samsung, 1 ton, its price is about, read, 3,000 Israeli shekel. If you would like to buy other types of ACs, their price is less than 2,000 Israeli shekel. But if you compare the consumption of electricity between this type and this type, you are going to find that the winner is Samsung. But it is more expensive. Now, whenever we are going to deal with these solutions, with these alternatives, we are going to run and ask ourselves, what do we need? Or what is the best solution? Which is going to achieve, once again, equality along with a reasonable price or low cost. Well, it's up to you to pick up the best solution. Therefore, solution to your needs, solution provider, functional or department. With the word here, function, be careful. We are returning back to the people who are functioning, who are working, who have the technical knowledge about this item. Now, look at here. In the product, we are not referring to something called functional. Narrow contacts, we are dealing with the customers as if they are one. Why? Because they are participating in common needs, in common products. But here, the situation is different. Therefore, we have to divide ourselves into individuals who are understanding in a very technical area related to this solution or that one. Related to this solution or that one. Third, products and service solution to customer needs. Or finally, understanding the customer's needs. All these are considered to be solution sales. Another example to make the image clearer. Let's give a personal example about the solution. Now, for example, at the time being, I'm living in Khan Yunis area. While I'm coming to Gaza every day, 5 times per week. The 5 times per week multiplied by 4 weeks per month, then we are talking about 20. 20 times. The 20 times we are talking about going and returning back. Then 20 multiplied by extra 2. Then we are talking about 80. Each time we are talking about 30 kilometers multiplied by 80. Then we are talking about kilometer. Convert them into gas. Gas, benzene yani. So we are talking about, this is the price of each liter. Then we are going to have this number. Is this a solution to come to my work and to return back to home? Yes. But is this the only one? No. But what is the second solution? This is the second solution. Public transportation. I am coming here, 10 new Israeli shekel, multiply by 5 times. We have talking about 15. 15 multiplied by 20. Then we are talking about how much? 1,000? Almost something like that. Anyway. طب let's return back to this solution. This is solution number 1. Or this is solution number 2. This solution, it has sub-solutions. طب how? Cars with different models. مظبوط ولا لا؟ In other words, can we purchase a Jeep? You can. Can we purchase a moderate car? You can. Can we purchase a small car? We can. The best choice here is to look for small car. With its engine, for example, its engine 2,000 or 1,250. Its consumption for gas every day, going and returning, is about 18 Israeli shekel. The 18 Israeli shekel is cheaper than 10% or 10 shekel. But somebody is going to say, how do we know this information? We are talking about functions or departments who are having technical and specified knowledge about the engines of the cars and the alternative solutions.
Yes.
This is the way. Therefore, this is called what? Solution sales. Clear?
Yes.
Let's go to the final, value sales. Go on.
When we will make a comparison between product sales and solution sales in profile of sales, product experts, and functional department, is it the same or not?
No. The expert here, their technicality is related to the product itself. In other words, we are talking about one person. But here, we are talking about department. Why? For example, let's talk about the car. The car, it is, or its components are various and many. It has engine, it has electricity, it has wheels, it has body, it has various specifications. Well, listen, we cannot find one person who is going to have a complete knowledge about this complicated product.
Yes.
Therefore, they should share in order to create a department which can provide us with a best solution. Exactly. Okay? So this is individualistic, but this, a teamwork. This is very important. The final thing, let's talk about the value sales. Regarding the value sales, organizations or these sales, often they are purchased by organizations. Be careful to my language. I am saying value sales, they are purchased often by organizations. غالبا ما يشترى مؤسسات. These organizations, they are going to make simple formula. The simple formula is based on something called cost, benefit, exactly, analysis. If they would like, or if these organizations, they need something, they would like to buy something, this something will be evaluated according to these two columns. If the cost is greater than the benefit which we are going to gain as a purchaser, then we have to rethink our decision. But if the benefit is greater, then we will continue and buy. We will continue and buy. Therefore, regarding the sales argument, impact on your business results. Because of this, I told you the majority, they are organizations. Also, business consultant. We need a consultant who is going to figure out what is the best thing which we must purchase. Also, regarding the customer contacts, all levels. We might contact the manager of the organization. We might contact a sales representative, public relation officer, any ordinary person who is working inside this business company. Offering valuable solution to support competitive, or finally, driving customer profits and EVA, economic value added. Now, let's give final example. Imagine you are having a business company. You as a business company, you would like to install, for example, electronic database linked with internet. Now, if you are going to ask yourself, how many internet service providers do we have in Gaza? We might have more than 5 or 6.
Yes.
How we are going to install? these things, the company might say, or the business, or you are the manager, you might say, we would like to make bid, various bids. With these bids is going to collect information from the potential sellers regarding quality, price, installation, brand names, maintenance, and so on. And experience and so on. So these bids are going to provide us with a solid information. Later on, we are going to compare between all the bids which we will receive. With the one which we are going to buy it is based on cost-benefit analysis. Any question and comments? Finally, I am going to give you quick questions. I want you to answer me. Tell me which type of sales we are talking about. Number one, supermarket. Product. Grocery. Bakery. Exactly. Cars. Agency. Solution. Audit. Audit office. Sometimes it can also be solution. Especially if you are talking about theft or corruption or something like that. Sometimes it can be here. Okay. Tourism. Office. Tourism. One. And I want her to justify her answer. Solution office. Sorry, tourism office. Tourism. Solution, why solution?
Because if we want to go to Saudi Arabia, we haven't our own plan or our own transportation tool to go. We have the solution here, tourism offices.
طيب why value?
Because we talk about organization, which make a trips or journey to, and it has a consultation about what the places will visit. And
Okay, now listen. If you are going to make a pilgrim trip, إيش عن pilgrim؟ رحلة حج. Then we are talking about solution. We are talking about solution. If we would like to make a picnic journey to France or UK or Egypt, we might classify it to be value. What is the cost which we are going to pay for this trip, and what is the benefit which we will gain from? It might be. Okay? So, from now on, we would like to think of sales according to these three major types. One of them is called the product, a second is called solution, a third is called value. Therefore, next time I'm going to provide you with an assignment. The assignment is the following. I want you to list down 4 examples from each type of sales. For examples. It doesn't matter. Anything. Therefore, listen. If there is kind of ambiguity, like what happened now when we talked about tourism, I want you to write a sentence or two to justify. Exactly. Clear?
Yes.
This is the second assignment in this semester. Okay. Draw a small table, classify it into 3 columns, product, solution, and value, or give me 4 examples under each column. Any question, any comments? So we are done today? We are done. Thank you very much.